Good evening, everybody. This is Gordon from Grinning Goggle Gaming. I'm joined tonight by my friends for a rousing game of D&D. Well, we'll see how it turns out, but I assume it will be rousing. We have Alan playing Xerxes, Mickey playing Siren, Byron playing Cyan, Peter playing Carolus, Richard playing Carcarius, and Neville playing Beirut. We rarely have too many fucking C's and Katerina, Cyan, Carolus, Carcarius,
It's a k noise.
It is a K.
It's part of the C theme.
I didn't even think of that, Byron. Now my brain is just like, wow.
And now we're just going to change Bear's name to Car2 and then we get to go.
Something to that effect, eh? So, anyway, onwards with the summary. When we left off last week, our adventurers were deep in the bowels of the winding way beneath the Abbey of the Isle. Oh, no, to write again. Yeah. The Abbey of the Isle. On the Isle. They had defeated a crystalline minotaur. They had defeated all kinds of other undead monstrosities and overcome many, many traps with the ingenious use of invisible servants and mage hands, etc.
And our bodies.
And your bodies, yes. Beirut's more willing than others. In the same room with the jade statue, Carcarius spotted something behind the large strongbox on one side of the room, and behind it was a bit of a crack in the wall that turned out to be a doorway. Pushing it open, you found another passageway leading to a series of doors. I won't go into too much details, but there were many more traps and things, except for behind the locked door. Instead, behind this door, they found a room that seemed to be sheeted in steel of some sort, black steel or black iron, actually. And they very carefully analyzed the situation and triggered an event. Between the pillars, two not luminous beings, but two iron beings appeared that started hammering them and chopping them, and they sliced and they diced. And yeah, random chaos. It was a lot of fun, at least for me. But eventually they were successful in overcoming the beasties and could loot and pillage to their heart's content. And that is where we left off. We need to divvy up said loot. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the cash that you found. So you each get 200 silver pieces, 1 platinum piece, and 88 gold pieces. And there's still a little bit of change. There's 4 gold pieces and 4 copper pieces left in the party sheet. In addition to that, you found some silk, and some more rarer fare in the form of some magical items. And this is now where we need to divvy up some stuff. First of all, we have the arrow-catching shield that added +2 to AC, but gave you another +2 on top of that against ranged attacks.
Huh. Makes sense to be one of the shield bearers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's useless.
I do like my shield that gives me good perception though.
Well, I mean, look, if you consider it taking that one, because I did recently get the mace, and that's pretty great. So I don't want to be like, yeah. So I mean, it's your pick.
Well, put it this way: how many people here can use shields?
I think it's just
two clerics.
me and Cyan.
There you go. So one of you take it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what we're deciding.
What's your perception like?
Our perception. I think I'm proficient. Perception is a +6.
Okay. I mean, because I can always take Shield of Arrow-Catch and you take that.
That's fine with me,
Yeah. Gordon, can you share the thing for Shield of Arrow-Catch again? Just want to see exactly what it does.
Can do. Give me a second.
Where the
Hello to
fuck
everybody who's
are
on the stream. You'll actually see my face for the first time. We've also got a bit of a new overlay. I forgot to mention that. I'm such a dunce. Well, you can
Richard,
actually...
it's
You
in
can,
the party sheet. You can just
yeah,
click
I
on
was
it.
just about to say.
Okay.
It is in the party
And then,
sheet.
Corollis, I'm gonna drag the flaming sword into chat. Just drag it across to your inventory, and it should change.
Okay. Thanks. Let me try that. Yes. Seems like
You don't want to give it to me. I mean, really.
Do you want it?
Well, you can grab it there before he grabs it.
For that amount of extra damage, but unfortunately the thing costs light for like forever.
That it does.
Yeah.
No, Corollis, you take it.
It doesn't. When I dragged it over and I clicked on it,
Did you drag it into inventory?
yes, it's there. But if I click on the dragon, it just says
Okay. I think
Short
Gordon, maybe you
frame.
have to.
dragon.
What does it say?
It's like it's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's difficult to explain. If you click on it and you inside my inventory click on the dragon, it doesn't exist.
I
Okay.
don't see it inside your inventory. Oh, there it is.
So
Oh,
what Richard actually did is he just threw it into the void.
well, you just copied the
Name.
name somehow. That's weird. I'll delete that.
That's odd. It's worked before where I can drag from
Yeah,
inventory.
I don't know.
and
That's weird.
Yeah, some of these items I can't see, like the stuff. Yeah, bonus action to speak.
So
Short
with the Shield of Aracatching, that +2 bonus is on top of the standard +2 from the shield, eh? To range attacks.
Yes, correct.
That's pretty cool.
And its name.
Oh, yeah, it says it in
Peter,
the next
is
sentence.
Flameheart.
Never mind.
Okay, it is now in your inventory.
Cool. And just trade over the other one.
So if you speak the name of the sword and the light starts,
Yeah.
how do you? Is it
Turn it
forever
off.
until you turn it off?
Wait,
Little
that
flares.
sounds familiar. Huh. Cool.
So I just walk around with it. If you guys need light, and then if you don't, I just put it out.
Does it speak to you?
Well, nobody in this party
Uh,
needs light.
There's
No.
just
Except the human.
the human.
Gordon, will you just transfer over that shield of perception as well?
I'll give the human light.
Did Richard not drop it, or must I just do it directly?
No, I didn't drop it because of the. It didn't work with the sword, so.
Afraid to do it with the other thing. I gotcha.
Oh,
I gotcha. Caution is the best. Let's have a look. Where's Carcarius? What's it called? Sentinel Shield, eh?
Yeah. Bye bye,
There
shield.
we
You were
go.
nice.
Cool, thank you.
So, does it have an?
Oh, I just remembered what they did as well. Gave me advantage on initiative. Oh well.
Yes.
Okay,
It was
so-
fun while it lasted.
Alright, Peter, you now have the short sword flame tongue abilities in your actions tab as well. Oh, that's something that I'll need to put in for you quickly. Richard and Byron. Where's your items? Ah, there. Sorry, folks, we do need to get through a little bit of maintenance. What's it called? Sentinel Shield, yeah? Sentinel.
Yeah. You can
Beat
copy it over.
Sentinel.
It's in mine, so.
Don't worry, I've got it already. So you can just delete it from yours. So you can just drop that effect onto yourself, Byron, onto Cyan, and then it should activate the advantage on perception and that for you.
Let me try a test roll because I equipped the shield. Is that not enough?
No,
Oh,
you
no,
need to
you need
actually
the
put that
effect.
effect on, yeah. So under your actions, under items, you'll find it there. And then you've got the arrow catching shield. Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
I think I put it on myself.
Yes, you did.
Dope. Do I need to do that each game?
No, it should stay
No,
there.
it's not. Yeah, it just stays there.
Dope. Thank you.
Items, arrow catching shield. Voila. So that is in. Alright. What else do we have to distribute?
Does anybody want this whalebone dagger? Or can I have it?
You can take it.
Go for it.
Does anybody here use medium armor?
Nope.
No.
I don't use armor.
Okay, so that mithril armor can be sold.
What's the defense of Mithril?
14.
14 plus dex.
14
So-
max 2 decks.
Max
Yeah.
2 dex, so 14 for 16.
But
Max.
I see that spec sheet is wrong because it does not impose disadvantage on stealth. Mithril doesn't impose disadvantage for stealth.
Yes, that's why it's lighter.
Yes.
But Stein, what armor do you have?
I'm actually gunning for heavy.
Oh, but you have chainmail.
What, like, oh, what am I wearing right now?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
No, what are you wearing?
Yes, sorry.
How do I see that? Is it just in my clothing section?
It should be under your inventory, and then you can have a look for the thing that
I'm
looks like
wearing.
a little armor.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing medium armor, scale mail.
Then take the mithril.
Yes.
Because it's still scale mail, but then you get mithril, so no disadvantage.
Oh, I see. Okay, because it's only plus max 2 dex bonus anyway. Okay, cool. Yeah, hit me up. Make
So
me
what's-
bling.
So what's your AC then?
Hey,
What's your AC, Byron?
it's the same.
Yes, but what is your AC?
What is it? It's 18.
Sorry.
You see, my dex is too shit to use scale mail.
Yeah, mine's at the best I can get out of it. I'd imagine this mithril scale is like fish scales.
Yeah, but it's light. It's like a feather. You almost don't feel it.
If anyone deals necrotic damage, you must take these Bodak cloak strips.
I do.
If anyone else does, you guys should share it. Otherwise, take it.
Well, what do they do?
Necrotic damage.
If you get a roll of 1 or a 2, then you can.
Yes.
When using this way, you can re-roll any 1s and 2s rolled in the damage dice.
Yeah.
Second results. So basically, when you cast a spell that does necrotic damage, you can re-roll the 1s and 2s.
If it uses a material component.
Can be used as an additional material component.
Yeah,
but
actually,
then,
yeah. Can
so
be.
is that then used up as a component
Yes.
each time?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can do it 12 times.
Correct.
I don't think I have anything that does necrotic.
Okay, yeah, mine does as VSM. It has got a material component.
Well, this is a nice way to re-roll 1s and 2s.
There we go.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, on to the most important thing, this cape.
The
The
cape of
what?
Fish command
Mount
is still in
Bank.
here, eh?
Yeah, I'm busy looking for it now. So steal.
Did I actually ever show you the image of this thing? Just by the way,
Of the
We're
cape
in
or the
the
trident?
cave.
of the cape.
What
No, no.
dimension? I should not have that.
Let me share it so the folks on the stream can see as well.
A board that can jump through dimensions.
It's too red.
It clashes with my theme.
I like red. I'm wearing red.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
So now Let the bidding begin.
Yeah, I want it. Anyone else want it?
No.
I'm going to take the arrows if nobody minds.
Just a quick question, Alan. How many things are you attuned to at the moment? Keep in mind, for all of you guys, you can only attune to 3 magical items.
Ever. Can you not untune from something?
You can unattune, but that just means you won't be able to use that thing.
I'm attuned to my elemental ring thing.
You're gonna make a thing, yeah.
How do I check? Just gotta scroll through.
Yeah,
I'm
just
trying to
On the
a cape,
item itself.
a
That's
cape
it.
is in the same slot as a cloak, hey?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
then
not
I
really
can't use it.
slot wise.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't wear a cape and a cloak at the same time.
You could.
Is it only if it says requires attunement?
Yeah.
Okay, luckily my quarterstaff does not require an attunement.
I've got 2. I'm attuned to 2 things at the moment.
Actually, that's a good point. That quarterstaff. Xerxes like to hit things too.
Every
The
now and
same.
then, yeah. What is that? What's the difference with that quarterstaff?
It's it's magic damage, so it's not blunt.
Okay.
And if you hit a crit, you get +7 damage.
Well, if I'm gonna use it, I'll use it. I don't hit often, but when I do, I do. Do you get the fire thing now, right?
Yes. So
You're not gonna use the staff. Give me the staff.
okay, I'll, yeah, I
You
still
guys
have my
have a
old quarterstaff.
ridiculous amount of gold.
So I'm attuned to 2 things. I would attune to the cursed Blackstone if it weren't cursed. I'm still trying to remove the curse at the moment, so it's just sitting in my inventory doing nothing.
How do you move an item into another item, so to speak? On
You need to type next to it. So, like next to your, say now you've got what's it, backpack. So
Yeah.
go type next to whatever you want to put in your backpack on the right-hand little
Okay.
text field. You just type in backpack on that line, and then it will reshuffle it under there.
I'm putting my tuned items under a list.
So, is Alan taking the cape of Mount Bank of the Mount Bank?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
And you may haul it out of the inventory.
Sick. Thank you very much.
How do I give the staff to?
I'll drag it over for you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
the
I'm
other
gonna
thing
have
you could do is if you can actually move it into the party sheet, and then Xerxes can pull it out of the party sheet. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly,
but since that didn't work so well with the
Well,
other
that
thingy-
was in the
that was
chat.
through the chat.
Yeah, it may work with the
Oh.
party sheet.
Oh, yeah, no. If you did it through the chat, it would not work.
But it has worked through the chat before.
Let me try it.
Yes.
There's nothing there.
Can I quickly check? I can quickly test it.
I'll test it so that you don't lose it. Where's my quarterstaff? I'm gonna put my current quarterstaff in there. Yeah, it added. Yeah.
We move the quarterstaff to inside.
Yeah, see, as long as it's saying that nonsense of, party, quarterstaff, and then it should now say from party with a little arrow to you, Peter, if you drag it over.
Did it move over? I
Nope.
did drag it over.
You need to drag it over into the party sheet, and then I'll drag it from the party sheet.
Okay.
Wait, what are you trying to drag first of all? The vicious quarterstaff. Yeah, drag it into the party sheet under inventory.
I just did. Unable to open window using wildcard link. What?
Okay.
He don't like you.
Nothing likes me.
Okay, I have done it.
Yes.
See if you can drag it out of there, Richard.
Yeah.
Cool. Did I say Richard? Alan, sorry. Oh,
Did say Richard.
that's Wednesday.
Oh,
The
excuse me.
brain is
I've
shutting
got
down.
4 fancy decanters.
What?
You're building a set.
Apparently so.
Yeah, you got candlesticks. Because you guys have got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Mother.
Was there anything else of magical nature?
Potion.
Did you already grab the trident out of there, Richard?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think that would have lasted long in there?
No, I just want
you
to.
take the potion, it's fine. You never know when you might need it.
All right,
The only
Richard.
things I'm still
I have
interested in is
added
the 2 vials of rare ink.
I added the effect with your 3
But can you-
charges for the trident.
Can you write Doberu?
Of course I can write.
Are you sure? Just remember, I am the. Is it? Yeah, it's this guy. I'm the most intelligent one, which is bad.
You're the most intelligent one. Really?
No,
Are you sure of that?
I think it's this campaign. Yeah.
Where the fuck did that go now?
Only 3 attunements, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
That's
I
the way
use
it works.
is attunement.
I'm dragging
Let's
over
see.
this stuff from my bag into party sheets so we can sell it later.
Not even the enchanted halfling weed needs attunement.
Oh, we're the same intelligence. Is it? Nah,
Who's the same intelligence?
you and me, baby.
Ah, I was gonna say, you're sure you're the most intelligent?
I will be soon.
Let us settle this in the traditional manner. Roll intelligence.
I doubt I.
Let us
roll
see
my-
who is indeed the smartest.
Intelligence check or save?
Who is the most intelligentest?
Just a check, probably.
Just a
Yeah.
check. Straight
Okay.
intelligence.
Oh, that's not bad.
Q, who wants to be a millionaire music.
And it is decided. Xerxes is the most intelligent.
So you weren't part of this discussion.
But he doesn't need to be. That's the magic.
No, but he's naked.
I'm just rolling the intelligence that I act.
Oh,
Oh
fantastic.
my word!
Oh no.
Mine's got the intelligence of a pet.
Oh, your own.
I just want to join the party and see. No.
And let
Well,
us see what the
do you know what's
DM rolls. Yeah.
Do you know what's actually interesting over there? From all those rolls, just looking at the modifier, you can see who's got the highest intelligence.
Yes.
And Siren and Beirut,
Me.
just from the modifiers.
Indeedy.
Sorry,
All right.
boy, you guys are talking items.
Has everybody divvied up that everything that needs to be divvied up?
Yeah.
I think
well,
so. It looks
What do you
like
need the rare ink for? Are we not going to sell it?
I'd like to keep it as a bargaining chip, because I have a feeling I might come across something later on that I might need it.
Okay.
If nobody minds, that's all right.
You're gonna visit the old wizard.
Go for it.
Oh my word, go to a Wizzy Wiz. No, I don't
Oh,
like
wait.
Wizzy Wizzes.
I like with the Wizzy Wiz. What if the Wizzy needs to help me? Then I'll talk to you.
Well,
What-
put it this way, I'll take one, you take one.
Okay.
Was does
If,
the
if
wizard?
I don't need it, I'll give it to you.
Cool.
Okay, Gordon, I've readapted that Trident of Fish command. I just took the Dominate Beast spell and relabeled it. So then I have all the casting stuff for it as well.
Was it not underneath there?
No, it just gave the item with daily uses. It didn't give the
Oh wow, that
spell
was
stuff.
weird. That was dumb. But I see 2 effects under there now.
Well, I've just created that one with the effects under it.
Huh. Okay.
I am
So you see there's one above it. That's
Above
just,
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just
So
plain
that-
old nothing.
Yeah, so that's the one that you added.
I drink.
Yeah,
So it had the 3 daily casts, but it didn't have effects. I
Interesting.
don't know why there's 2 charmed effects. So anyway,
Yeah, you could just delete
Delete.
one.
yeah.
Alright, so you guys
God
are
damn it,
weary.
deleted the whole fucking thing.
What? No way.
It's fine. I'll fix it again.
You know what? I
Right.
wonder if it didn't add the 2 because that thing did actually, and you just had to refresh your.
No, because I added Dominate Beast as a spell, and there were 2 charmed effects under it, and then I just relabeled it to items.
I see.
And...
I see. Okay.
I'm unconscious.
You're fine. I get what you mean.
No, with you guys being out of combat, you would not be unconscious any longer. You would be relatively fucked up, but you will not be unconscious. It's alive! Is anybody else unconscious that I neglected to recontify?
Turns back to hear gasp. Oh, hi.
Welcome back.
Didn't see you there.
Death toll on travel equipment, Cardi?
What?
Not too much. Not too much. They haven't had such terrible luck as yet. But the night is still young. So, you guys are deep underground. You are down there with Oceanus as well as the leader of the mercenaries down here, well, the hired leader, crikey, I forgot his name and I can't.
Bayleaf.
Bayleaf, there we go.
A week.
When?
Oh no, when we're walking back out.
Okay, so
pull him aside and have a chat with him.
So basically, is that what you guys are doing now? You're going to emerge from the depths.
Yeah.
Right. So when you've been down here for quite a while now. You also took a bit of a rest down here. You started exploring the deeper passages of the Winding Way. If I remember correctly, quite early in the morning, so it's probably going to be only around noonish by the time you emerge, from the way. Alongside the passageway, you find your new acolyte, you 2 clerics of the sea gods, old Odium,
aka the sacrifice.
and you can see that he's actually torn down those vile-looking, weird curtains that play tricks on your eyes, and he has, from somewhere, found a conch shell that he has put on the altar that was down there. And you find him kneeling and in devout prayer as you exit the secret passage that enters into that room again. And he looks up at you and he says, "You've returned! I was praying for your return! The gods answer me!"
Yes, that's good.
No.
You see the true power of our gods.
It's purely your prayers that protected us through that.
And he says, "But I'm so conflicted. Who should I worship?"
No.
You can worship both.
No.
1 week, shush. 1 week it can be Procan, and the other week it can be Osprey.
Oh my
No, you don't tempt him.
Well,
Just the 2.
I'm gonna have Bums also whisper Glacier into his head.
he's like, I'm hearing a voice in my head. It speaks of an Ebeness.
Saren goes into the pantry wherever she found the wine and they discuss this and just starts drinking.
You try to start drinking, but every bottle you pick up is empty.
You said it was full.
Just as everybody exits into that room, I want to stay back in the tunnel with Bayleaf.
Alright, you stay back in the tunnel with Bayleaf for a second. And what do you say to Bayleaf?
I want to say to Bayleaf that I found his actions in combat admirable, and that I see he had a little bit of confusion when I disguised myself as one of the other party members.
Speaking of which, aren't you still disguised, or did you drop it?
No, I dropped it. I went back to... That's why I changed my name, back to Beirut.
Oh, okay, great.
So I'm going to discuss with him some sort of a secret sign so that he can determine who I am. And I'm also going to say that originally he wanted 5 gold pieces a day. And I think his actions have proved that he is worth it. So I'm going to give him another 2 platinum pieces now.
It takes a moment as he's busy, basically hand on chin, stroking, and he says, I believe if I have given you such great service, that perhaps a little bit more of a bonus might be appropriate, yes?
And what kind
We
of
can
bonus
discuss
are
it
you
at a
thinking?
later time.
Uh-huh.
Merely a favor I would ask of you.
A favor.
A favor. A single favor. To be paid back at a moment of my choosing. Is this acceptable?
Acceptable.
It is a deal, and he holds out his hand, offering to shake yours.
Okay. I will shake it back with a secret handshake.
All right. So you shake it back with the secret handshake that you have just taught him. I wonder if he would remember it. He probably would. He's quite intelligent. And he says, "It is a
Everybody will
deal
remember
then.
it.
I shall become a member of your crew. You shall treat me well. You shall give me a woman. You shall give me wine. And I shall do other things for you."
I hate to tell you this, but you're going to be guarding my kitchen, and you're going to be paying for your own woman. Xerxes is the man to speak to.
And I'll just sort of look back as I hear my name, and I obviously heard someone mention woman, and I'm like, and I just give him a wink.
Oh, that's not suggested.
Brilliant. He
What?
says,
We've got to take care of each other around here.
"Did you say I'm guarding a kitchen?
Yes,
This was
my
not in
kitchen.
the original terms that you mentioned."
I get to go into the kitchen for free.
Yeah.
Well, after all, I was guarding this shithole. It would be an upgrade, I suppose, to guard the kitchen.
It's free food.
It's just where you're going to be, just to make sure people don't come into the kitchen. But you're still free to roam the ship and just do other tasks as you wish.
This sounds good. So I'm a member of the crew as well, or
Well, you're a member of the crew under me.
I understand the architecture of the command system you want to set up, but
But yes,
I'm
you'll be sailing with us.
thinking, do I get a cut of the profits from the ship?
No, you're hired by me.
I will need to think
Hired
on
by
this.
me, and we just need to agree on a fee. You think about it. We'll chat to the end of the 10-day.
This is agreeable.
Cool.
And he
And
steps through the
I'll-
secret passage and into the
And
weird room.
And then I'm sure I'll get into the room just as the poor oak is wondering about who the hell he's supposed to worship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go up to him, put a whalebone dagger to his throat, and say, "Who do you think of right now?"
Oh god.
I'm going to whisper Glacier into his head. I mean, with Bims.
He freezes for a moment.
Why?
Who would like to roll a d6 for me?
Boys, stop scaring this poor creature.
No, let's make it more interesting. Make it a d12.
Who's rolling this?
Where?
Bayru, you're doing the things.
Okay, I'll roll a d12, no problem.
Shame, poor guy. He's trying to live his life.
Exactly.
Well, he's got a new life to live, so...
Yeah, would have been ironic if I rolled it.
I'll just zap him. I'll just say to him, just remember which gods helped save you.
And which
He doesn't
god-
have much time to think.
With
He's
that
got a
roll-
knife in his throat.
He remains completely silent. You have gotten completely terrified and stunned by your actions. And he's just like, you can see there's a little bit of drool starting to escape the corner of his mouth as he's like in a weird, uncomfortable position with his dagger at his throat. And he's just gasping.
Guys, just leave him.
Okay, then I'm just going to turn and look at Carcarius and Cyan. I'm going to say, really? And I'm going to just walk away.
What?
Happened to trying to.
I'm confused. Who's got a dagger to his throat?
Beru.
Beru had a dagger to his throat.
To whose throat?
Your little acolyte.
Alderman.
Why?
Because he couldn't tell you who he wanted to worship. So I went up and I told him, okay, you dagger to your throat. Who comes to mind right now? And he froze up and he couldn't decide.
I pat Odium on the shoulders and I say, don't worry about it. It's all right. There's no pressure. Our gods are good. There's no judgment coming from you. Just worship whoever comes to mind. It's fine. Don't worry about Beru. He gets like that.
As soon as
Well, obviously nobody came to mind.
If as soon as Sign says that, I'm going to once again have Bims whisper Glacier into his head, but I'll sort of play some cool musical notes, or use prestidigitation, make some cool musical notes around him, so it's pleasant.
He his eyes are darting from left to right, and then they catch yours, Cyan, and he says, "Do you have any magics that can protect me from spirits? Evil spirits?"
I said to him,
Yes,
Odium,
we do.
whenever you see that little dragon next to you, just swat it.
I was just gonna do a sacred flame towards Bims, just under his feet to scare him off.
What do you mean scare him off? He's chilling with me.
You said he was
And
in
the
next to
sacred
you.
flame straight to you, just to get Bims to shut up.
This is a little
you guys
sparkle of
don't know
divine
it.
energy.
What do you?
No, but he mentioned Glacier the first time round. He says he's heard a demoness voice in his head.
Oh no.
So
That he
we're
did.
probably fairly aware that Xerxes is trying to pull some shenanigans.
Oh,
Plus,
you don't know.
prestidigitation isn't singled to one person.
Old Odium slowly stands up and gathers his conch shell from the altar, and you see now as you look in the room, he's actually packed several sacks. One of them is a backpack, and he walks over to this and he places that shell inside the backpack, and then he slings it onto his shoulder and he says, You are still going to take me with you, right? We're going to leave this accursed place.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
That's if you can stay on board.
Why wouldn't I be able to stay on board?
Well, you seem relatively weak. I don't know if you'll have any sea legs on you.
We'll just tie him down.
It's fine. There's an under cabin you can rest in, Odium.
You know that I had to travel by sea to get to the island, right?
Which is what I really did.
So... He kind of sidles closer to Cyan and Carcarius, and he's like, Your friends are strange.
I don't say anything.
That's an understatement.
I didn't do anything.
Beru, stop torturing the poor guy.
Okay, I'm going to walk over to Kitty. Is
Hi.
she drunk yet? Did you manage
No,
to find
they're-
wine?
They're empty. They're all empty.
Oh.
And Odium says, Yes, no, as to prove my devotion, I smote all of the wine bottles. I emptied this accursed liquor onto the ground.
Motherfucker.
So I'm
Why
now
is he
going to
still
turn
alive?
to him.
You what?
This is a dark place. You do not want to consume anything here. The wine was
Appreciate
tainted.
You probably won't be able to consume anything on our ship after it turns into a brothel.
Well, it depends on what you want to
Probably able
eat, but
consume
anyway.
more once it turns into a
Could be good for you. Why did you empty all the wine bottles?
So I'm very frustrated that this dude did that. How far is where we are now to the boat? To the ship?
Sprint.
It's at least half a day's travel.
How many feet?
Let me get
I
that
found-
map because I
I
don't
found
seem to. Oh no, I do have no.
Some
Wait, isn't
D&D jokes.
that- You found some
which I will
D&D
use.
jokes.
I will utilize them.
Ah, I found the map.
Malicious mockery.
Let's see.
Malicious
From where you guys are, 500
They're back.
feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 5 is 70. So it's about 7,000 feet away.
Oh wow. Okay. Scratch that idea. I want a bed. Can we make missions?
Yeah, let's head back to the ship. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, are we going to head
Decide.
back? What's the time now? If we look outside, is it day,
It's-
night,
it's noon.
afternoon?
It's noon.
It's noon.
These are
Yeah.
so good.
I think we should probably sleep here then, eh? Because we have to travel all the way back.
Keep in mind, you guys, it hasn't been a full day since you've slept previously. You guys basically fell asleep like close to midnight. Then you woke up and you immediately started exploring the winding way. So you cannot take another long rest, but you can take a short rest if you'd like. And
We
throw
can take
some
a
head
long
down.
rest tonight, and all we do is the rest of the afternoon we torture Odium because he destroyed all the damn wine.
And 4 filters. Oh yeah.
Yeah, look, like I said, I'm basically a magician, so I need to have a long night's rest to be useful again.
Mm. Oh, what are the
You
odds of
were-
us making it through the sand safely? We got
Let's
here
have a
fairly
short.
safely through the sand.
Let's have a short rest here. Xerxes can keep to the sky to keep a safe distance from anything we may encounter.
4PS.
But
Standard.
Let's
Aren't there other routes? Like there's a village maybe nearby.
Yeah.
Wasn't there other
No.
stuff?
I don't think there's a village.
Well, I mean, like we saw there were tracks. There were alternative paths that we went past, didn't we? And like tracks in
Yeah.
that.
But I think they
It
all
was,
led to the same place.
Yeah, it was
Undead.
also animal tracks. It was wildlife.
Yeah,
I remember correctly as well.
Bayleaf and Odium will confirm that there's some small game on the island that made those tracks, but also they used it to forage for food where
Did
they
you know
could.
Did we ask him where's the undead from?
Ask who?
Odium.
Odium.
Whoever was left alive.
Bayleaf and Odium.
No,
But I
Bailey
think, but
wouldn't know.
we started that query before we even fought all these orcs. We asked them where the undead came from, and they couldn't give us an answer, or they didn't want to.
Yeah. And hence we killed him.
Yes.
We can try again
Odium
now.
Odium is really far down in the list, and Bayleaf was only a
Diplo-
trainer.
Diplomacy is at its best. If you don't get answers, kill them.
Yeah, so basically, you know that Odium is, and Odium will tell you about his life story. But basically, he was sent from another chapter of this cult from the mainland to basically inspect what was going on here. And he was caught here at the same time the pirates returned to the island and attacked it and laid waste to the Abbey above ground. And then he managed to survive, but he wasn't a particular fan of Ozymandias, the leader, or the presumed leader of the cultists that were left here. But he says he worries, he wants to go back to the mainland, but at the same time, he knows that he is free of the Dark One's influence, the Devourer's influence, of Tharizdun's influence, but he thinks he will forever be in hiding from the cult. If they learn what happened here, he's going to be a wanted man for the rest of his life.
Shave your head, no one will recognize you.
Yeah, because that works so well with our captain here.
He says...
You need your head shaved. Is that what you said?
Regarding the
I said it was an
undead,
option. But then again, no one needs to know you survived here.
this is
Just when
true,
we get you to
but
the ship, give
my
yourself a new name.
superiors are powerful and knowledgeable in the ways of magic. They may attempt to find me by magic. They might be able to scry me out. And if they
That's
scry
your
me
problem,
out
though.
with you, I fear I might put you in danger as well.
That's true. Let's leave him here. Let's go. I need a bed.
No, please take me with you. You cannot abandon me to this place.
Yes, we can.
Look, you can come with us, but
yeah,
we-
danger for ourselves. So it doesn't matter.
He's more like,
can
you
get-
come or you don't. We are leaving.
Yeah.
Look,
we can get you to a town, and then the rest is up to you.
Or to a city.
Already sprinting.
Agreed. If you can do that for me, I will be in your debt.
Okay. So, to get passage off this island, you need to pay us in wine. So, are we taking a short rest?
Good idea.
Yeah, we need to take a short rest.
Yeah, at least a short rest.
Oh, there's beds in here. I'm gonna go have a young nap. Bed.
They are not the nicest beds. Some of them are just made out of like coils of rope, with some sheeting or whatever else they could, recover from the runes to try and
cool.
make it more comfortable. But yeah,
Okay.
you'll be able to find a little bit of rest.
I'll unroll my bedroll and put it onto the comfiest looking bed thingy area.
Are there any pillows?
There are sacks that are filled with like dry grass.
Whoever naps first, I'll just slowly but surely add pressure on the pillow to their face.
Bums, please watch me while I sleep.
Cue
I'm not taking this
allergies.
out.
Alright, so I'm doing a short rest for you guys.
Cool.
You may roll your hit die.
Can we use as many as we want?
Yes. There's no limit to how many you can use.
Only the limit you have. Hey, that's almost fully. There we go.
Nice.
Those are D8, so I got. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, 2 full rolls. Brilliant. That's what you want.
We have.
How on earth do you have a +6? What? Mod 2 con. What the hell is this stuff? Science is adding like a hell of a lot. Why?
I don't know. It's just I'm rolling the dice that's under hit dice.
Do you have an item on you or something?
I don't know of. Nothing magical.
Why?
Must be nice.
Yeah, I don't have anything attuned that would make sense
Yeah,
for
there's
that.
no effects kicking in.
Let's see.
No, Carcaris got a +3.
A starting B.
Because the stat is supposed to be class plus base plus con. So to check on.
Optimal party.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is it hiding this behind there?
Yeah, that's what it says. Base, con, and then miscellaneous is empty.
Ah, but the second one, that's why it's adding double. Yours has somehow got con selected again.
Ah.
Which it shouldn't.
To fight now.
Okay, it's fixed now. That's alright.
Yeah. I don't know why mine being +3. Mine's just class plus base.
Yeah. I think it is just supposed to be class plus base. Because the base
Then
is the
why
con.
but why am I getting +3?
What's your con?
Okay, yeah, +3.
Your con is +3. Yeah.
I'm only getting my con. That's it.
Yeah. And Zerst is you're the only one that's got a D6. The rest of us are D8s.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
Yeah, it's horrible.
A
Glass
D6
cannon.
and only +1.
Yeah, well, you rolled better with a D6 than me with a freaking D8. At least you got a 2. I got a 1.
So,
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
But I rolled a 2 and got 3, and you rolled a 1 and got 4.
so you take your short rest down here in the cellar.
Mhm.
It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can start your trek towards the ship if you'd like.
Yeah, we're gonna take the same route going out, and do I need to like roll survivals or something to find the route, to check the route out?
You can roll me a survival
There we
check.
go.
Is anybody assisting him?
Well,
Just
choose
Xerxes,
the-
do you want to fly above us again and guide us?
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll also... well, someone else assist on the ground, I'll assist from above, or I don't know how you want to play that.
Well, I need basically I need a survival roll just to see if you guys remember the correct path.
Yeah. So who's got proficiency in survival except me?
Well, me, but I'm going to be in the air, which is why I'm...
Yeah, so then I'll say you two can either roll individually, or you can roll. One of you can roll with advantage.
What's your plus?
+3.
We're the same. So you roll with advantage. Go for it.
Well, let's just roll separately. I'm from the air, you're from...
I could always. I'm not proficient, but I got +5 to survival.
How do you have
should
plus
also
5 to
roll.
survival?
I
Oh,
mean,
because your
like,
wisdom.
I spotted the whatever
I'll be back now, guys.
initially. So yeah, I'll just roll with advantage. Okay, there you go.
I got candy.
Okay, so for a 9 and a 10, for a total of 13 on that 10, you flutter about for a while, but you think you found the right path, and you start following it down. The rest of you in tow, I assume?
Following what down?
The path back to the dunes.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
And I'll
gonna-
keep keeping a lookout for things going wrong,
Gonna
traps,
keep an eye,
etc.
Alright,
keep an eye open for undead.
so you start traveling and looking, keeping watching your path. Give me some perception rolls, everybody.
Because we're so good with him.
Perception. Yeah.
Well, that's not bad, Cyan. Though, you should have had advantage on that.
It's a shield.
No, he doesn't
Well,
have the shield's
And you
effect
could have
on.
advantage, yeah.
Mine was the funny bit.
25 is
realize
pretty
I could
good.
check advantage.
No, you should have the effect on your actions tab and on your character from the Sentinel shield, and then you'll get
Yeah.
that advantage automatically. Yeah, I've dropped it on for you. But
Nice.
I'll accept your 25 and Carcarius is 25. What the hell is it with these clerics being so perceptive today, really? Bims would also notice this. As you start getting closer, you're perhaps around 100 feet away from where you believe the edge of the dunes to be. Because you can see the ground slowly levels off and then starts dipping lower. And of course, the brush and that starts becoming thinner until you go, what is making that noise?
Nothing.
It's Mickey. What are you drinking, Mickey?
I'm not drinking it. My mom
Oh,
came in
eating.
with a bunny lucky packet. It had candy and a toy dinosaur in it.
Damn you, Mickey. Anyway,
I have a toy dinosaur.
so you just start seeing this, and you notice two figures, blades drawn, standing with their backs towards you. It's difficult for you to see who they are, except for Cyan and Carcarius. You immediately recognize two of the Marines that you had left down on the beach.
Oh no.
Oh, what happened? Wait, did you say 2?
2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
no.
back. What did I miss?
Are they far? Are they do they look aggressive?
I can't see that. Oh, there
They seem to be looking down at something on the dunes that you cannot see. They're standing like at the top of the hill, and their backs are towards you with their swords drawn, and you can see they seem to be panting a little bit.
Okay.
And as I assume you guys are continuing to move closer.
I would suggest that if we move closer, we do it quietly.
Well, why? They're clearly fighting someone. We should hurry up and they're probably fighting some undead.
We can still hurry up, but be quiet about it.
There we go.
Okay.
You guys will understand.
So, catch
I'll
real
have
quick.
them.
Is the ship fighting people?
No
We
shit.
just got to the beginning path that goes through the dunes from this tower, and we saw 2 of the Marines standing there chanting with blades drawn. Okay,
Sure.
I have Bims speak into one of their minds and just be like, what happened? Why are you here?
So Bims speaks to one of the men. There's one on the left and one on the right. One is a little bit taller, a little bit lankier. The one on the right is a bit of a stockier fellow. Which one are you talking to?
There's no markings on them to differentiate between like ranks or anything.
No, they just look like your standard Marines.
Tall guy.
Tall guy. So Bims reaches into his mind and says what?
Why here and not where we left you?
This guy lets out an involuntary yelp at hearing this voice inside his mind. And then recalling that, probably with the traveling and that, he recalls something about Bims and Bims's abilities. They were briefed about you lot. And he replies, one of our men got curious and approached the dunes. Skeletons rose up out of the dunes and swarmed us. We too ran up here to escape them, and you catch a brief glimpse through Bims's mind, through this Marine's mind, of swarms of skeletons just covering their compatriots and dragging them beneath the sands. And
Even along the path where we had previously walked, or do I have to get closer to see that?
you need to get a bit closer to see that. But that's basically the message that he returns via Bims.
Idiots.
Well, we didn't hide them. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Quiet. Okay,
So are
I'm
you
going
sneaking
ahead
up to them?
quietly? Yes, look, sneaky.
Alright.
yeah,
Are you guys letting him? Or are you also going to try and be sneaky?
Yes.
If you're all being sneaky, give me rolls.
No.
There we go.
Give me your sacrifices.
You shall not sacrifice me.
Ooh, I shall not.
Chelsea.
I'm flying 60 feet above the ground.
Oh no, I just don't look up at all.
longbow range is 120.
Never look
So,
up.
has everybody rolled? It looks like it, eh? Yeah. Calcarius
Longbow's
with 2,
150.
Bayer 27. Okay.
And I'm going to be going bow drawn ahead. Slowly,
Well-
quietly.
How?
Okay, bow drawn or an arrow knocked, or
Full at the ready to be able to fire if I see anything of threat.
Alright. So, as you get closer, the guards do turn around and they notice Arcarius stomping through the underbrush.
Oh no.
And then they're sort of surprised to see the rest of you like fanning out in this semicircle towards
I
them.
am the distraction.
They do not notice Cyan or Siren or Beirut, however.
And me?
Oh.
Even I'm in the air.
Even though you're in the air, they catch a glimpse of your beating wings.
I mean, it is broad daylight in your
It is
flying.
broad daylight.
60 feet in the air while they're focused on the ground with his like skeleton.
Yeah, but you were 100 feet away when you started, so they sort of start backing up a little bit further as they back towards you. So like you can almost see their defensive posture. They're now trying to basically put themselves into a better defensive position. But whatever they're looking at, you haven't seen yet. As you get closer, however, and you get closer to that lip, you can see something has changed about the dunes. Where once you could see that clear path leading down that had been painstakingly marked out by the pirates before you, you can now see the dunes themselves have shifted. Where once that path with a final flag ended at the game trail that you had followed, there are no flags. There is just endless sand leading down to the sparkling azure sea. About, how far is that? 1,500 feet away?
Yeah, I was just about to say how far. 1,500.
Yes.
And can we see anything of, what do you call it? Any enemies? Any undead floating up?
At this point in time, no. You just see sand.
And in the distance, we obviously can't see 7,000 feet. Hey, we don't see people getting dragged underground.
No. You would not have been able to see it because of the dunes. It's the island itself is quite high, and then the dunes slowly slope down towards the sea. But yeah, you wouldn't have seen it from far away.
Can I ask these guys, did the rest of the Marines run towards the ship once this started happening, or were they tits?
You see the tall guy sort of like stutters, and the short, stocky fellow is like, they were tits, sir.
At least they're honest.
The fucking morons went towards the skeletons instead of running away from the skeletons. We were clearly outnumbered, and they chose the inferior position, sir.
How many people have we lost?
We two are the only ones that remain.
But
Of our entire crew.
did like a quarter of them left the boat? Or whatever,
No, sir. We're speaking only of the contingent that you left here on the beach.
Wasn't that just
We six that you left here that we joined you on the boat. We do not know, however, if the rowboat is still down there.
God, that scared me.
What a fucking knob. Alright. I'm gonna fly ahead and see what I can see.
Alright, so you fly ahead, and you are again trying to look for some sort of marker, something to jog your memory of what the safe path down here looked like. So I will allow you to make one of two checks for me. You can either make a perception check, or you can use survival again.
Who? All of us or just him?
For now, just Xerxes. You guys are you are elevated, so I'll say, yeah, if you want to, you guys can also do it to see if you at least see where the start of it is.
I can help with perception. You said perception, right?
Correct. Perception or survival, your choice.
Are we trying to determine the path to get the hell out of here?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
We
the
have
path.
Odious.
A what?
I can do.
We have an Odious.
The acolyte.
Doesn't the Odious know how to get
Odious,
through this path?
why did this path shift?
My lords, my name is Odium.
Odium. Very Odium to my head.
He says, if you recall, I was a visitor to this place. I was escorted by the overseer, the now dead overseer. And we were not harassed by any sort of undead down from the beach.
Did they mention anything about shifting paths?
No, I don't believe so. But
I'm
we.
gonna ask him. Sorry.
Now, as I say, we just walked straight across.
Straight across.
How?
Correct.
Like some madman.
As I said, I was led by the overseer. I have no idea why these men say there are undead creatures beneath these sands.
Straight across.
I
as
have
it
an idea.
flies, or like zigzaggy across.
No,
I have.
as in
I-
straight up the hill.
I
sir.
Beiru have an idea.
What is it?
I Beiru have an idea.
Yes.
That dude had the gold medallion. I have the gold medallion.
I'll give it to Odium.
Laval, let's test it.
We can test the theory.
You can let me test it, and if something grabs me, I'm just going to teleport back to you guys.
Teleport.
Well, dimension door.
Hearthstone. Dimension door. Have you... Oh yeah, you've taken a short rest, so you've attuned to your items. Noted. I did not think of that. So, are you going to fly across or walk across, Adam?
I'm going to fly like
I
100 feet. What?
Does the dimension door only affect you, or can you take someone with you?
I can take someone with me.
Then what if we both you fly above, I walk across, and if shit happens, you DD us back.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so who's wearing the amulet?
I've been wearing the amulet since we went into that stupid dungeon.
And
Okay.
looking for a place to put it.
Looking for a place to put the damn thing.
I just recall that you said something about removing the amulet at a point, but that might be me misremembering something.
No, I removed his cloak because I had his
that's what it was.
robe draped over me, so that I could look like him. But when I changed into Carcarius, I dropped the cloak, but I still had the medallion on.
Okay, cool. So, as you... Okay, listen, does anybody need a break? I see it's like 8:08.
Probably.
Or should we finish this quickly and then take a break? Well, if it finishes
Easy.
quickly. Alright.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, isn't it?
Alright. Let's give it a couple of minutes and see how this plays out. So Xerxes up flying up above, Beirut walking across the sands. You make your way out. How far out do you step into the dunes?
Well, until something happens, right?
Yeah. If we make it to the beach, we make it to the beach.
Okay,
So-
hold on. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller, so we're both medium. Who's carrying gear up to capacity, blah, blah, blah. The creature must be within 5 feet of you, so I don't have to touch you. Okay, cool.
Alrighty. So, that sounds familiar to Mickey with Nyx.
That sounds
So-
like a perfect thing for Nyx.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you start walking 20 feet, 40 feet, 60 feet. Nothing happens.
Is
You
it
go further?
working?
When we get about 50 feet out, I'm gonna turn around and gonna say, "Yo, Marini dudes, is this where it was?"
When you're 50 feet out from the top of the dunes. No.
From those dudes.
No, he says, "We were attacked down at the beach, sir," he shouts out.
And no skeletons are coming from anywhere but the beach.
Well, they chased us up here and they sank beneath the sands. But
Where
I'm not
they
exactly
take the
sure.
hands.
There might have been some there where you're standing, sir.
I tell him, take a step forward onto the dunes. I want to see what happens.
No.
Okay.
I'll say, look, propane will protect us. And
Wait,
we'll carry on
wait.
walking further back.
I'll take a step forward. Like, let's not sacrifice any marinas.
Wait, I think we should go travel a little bit further along, more than 50, 60 feet to see if anything happens. Well, it's only like 6 seconds, right? Let's go like 150 feet or whatever.
Okay.
How far is the beach? You said about
1,500. No, 1,500.
I'd say let's
From
walk
the
about
Abbey
500 feet.
from the Abbey down to where you guys landed was about 7,000 feet. But from the top of the dunes to the beach where you landed is only 1,500.
Okay, cool.
I'd say let's get about 250 feet away from them and see if anything happens by then. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, you make
Alright.
your way out 200 feet away. Nothing happens.
Let's go to 500.
There's a tree with my shade.
300 feet, 400 feet, 500 feet. Nothing.
Nothing.
The sun is warm on your back.
Okay,
But
but now
nothing
do we
else.
start walking or do we wait for you to get back here with the amulet?
Wait.
I have an idea. Let's try get Odious over here first. Shall we go back and fetch everyone?
Yes.
All right, we'll take a walk back.
Okay, so you walk
How
back.
long
It takes
does it
several
walk
minutes.
500 feet. So it's 500 divided by 30.
500 by 30, actually, it's not that long. It's going to be like 20 seconds. No. All right. No, 20. No. Like 2 minutes.
Jeez.
Fuck it, let's walk all the way to the ship then.
All right. So you walk all the way down to the edge of the coastline where you can see your robot is still there. You also find the rather grisly scene of this fight. No bodies, except for a couple of hacked off appendages. You see a couple of swords lying in the sand and copious amounts of blood splattered all over.
Okay.
Well, Xerxes, do you want to go call the ship in? And I'll go back and fetch everyone.
Okay, sure.
Because you can fly over to the ship and tell them to get their asses over here.
Yeah, sure.
And hopefully by the time the ship gets here, then everybody will be on the beach.
Yeah, good luck. Make a really loud noise if you need help.
Somebody roll me a d8, please.
Second.
Oh,
Really loud noise.
Get it.
nice.
Great.
8
Xerxes, make me a perception check. Beirut, you make your way back up to the top, I take it.
Yeah, I'll go back to where everyone is, yeah.
Alright.
Just me or Bims as well?
Was Bims flying with you?
Bims is always with me until I... Well, yes, but unless I tell him not to, but he's generally with me.
Would
Okay.
you have been able to dimension door Bims and Beru?
Well, it doesn't really matter. He flies, so... But no, I don't think so. Unless he's like in my clothes or part of my... if he's like in my backpack, then yeah, I would be able to. I think. I don't know.
Okay. Somebody roll a
Just imagining
d4
in
for me,
trouble,
please.
Dimension door out and Bims is just left there surrounded by enemies.
D4, someone? Anyone?
D4.
Bims? Yes or no?
Yeah, Bims, you can roll for Bims. Alright.
Ooh.
So, you do not see it, Xerxes, but Bims spots way to the northwest what he thinks looks like a couple of masts and sails coming around the northwestern side of the island, slowly approaching. They're a few minutes out still. They seem to have been patrolling around the island.
And that is our ship, our sails, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to try and... I mean, I'm so good at navigating, obviously. Like, I know where to fly to catch the ship on its route. To fly, you know, sort of like...
To intercept it.
Intercept is the word I'm looking for.
Alright. Roll me a d20 and add your proficiency modifier, which is +3. Okay. It is broad daylight, so the DC wasn't hard. You do manage. It's tiring. It's a long flight, even for you. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright.
Because you're flying around 1,000 feet away over empty water. Alright, but you, huffing and puffing, you make it without gaining a level of exhaustion. and you alight upon the ship. You first noticed from afar that there were several bowmen standing there training their bows until you got a bit closer and they actually recognized who it was that was flying towards the ship. But you are welcomed by Sergeant Ives. Sir, have you anything to report? What is going on? Were you successful?
We were successful. Doesn't appear that you were successful. What happened?
What do you mean, sir? We've been patrolling around the island. It's been quiet, sir.
Well, you didn't happen to get close enough to the banks of the southern banks of this island to notice dead Marines.
We've just come from the north, sir. What do you mean? What happened to the Marines that I left on the island?
It appears that they're not the smartest. One of them decided to go and take a walk, and knowing that this island, I'm pretty sure they would have known this, knowing that this island had undead creatures, skeletons and the like, on the island, and still decided to go exploring, and as a result of that awoke these underground skeleton hordes and got murdered. Only 2 survived.
He says, Sir, I can only apologize. I do not know why they would have neglected their duties in such a manner. I will make sure that the remaining men are duly reprimanded, and this kind of incident will not happen again, sir.
Oh, well, this is what it was, just to let them know that this is the kind of thing that happens when you disobey orders.
Yes, sir. I will make that abundantly clear.
Sweet. And then I'll say the rest of the party is making their way down. Hopefully they're not going to get attacked as well. It appears that they should be fine. But let's keep close guard, as close as we can, to the party members on the island.
And he immediately starts shouting out orders, and you see that they are now cutting a much more direct route, getting a bit closer, still trying to avoid those dangerous shoals and things, but definitely trying to make the most expedient, route towards the beach, or at least towards the direction of the beach, because they can't actually approach the beach itself. But he is very diligent in his duties. He immediately positions the archers on board, facing the beach, and he also orders the mangonel and the ballista on the fore and aft to be readied to fire in case it's needed.
Cool. I don't know if this is something I have in my inventory, but what would they be called? I forget what binoculars, but the one that you extend.
A telescope.
Telescope.
Spyglass.
Spyglass, yes, same thing.
Spyglass. Will I have something like that as a part of navigator's tools?
It should say under the... If you actually have a navigator's tool set, it should say under there what you have.
No, it just says sets of instruments used for navigation at sea. So I'm guessing yes.
I'm guessing yes then. That makes sense to me.
Okay, so I'm going to go onto at the Crow's Nest. See, I remembered that one. And Bums and I will sort of have a look from up there to see if we can see anything. Not just on the island, but also around us.
I'm going to make a ruling now. So write this down somewhere, Alan. Because you have proficiency in that, I will allow you, when you're making perception checks with that spyglass, I will allow you to double your proficiency modifier.
Sorry, can I say something here quickly?
You may.
Navigator's tools under Xanathar's. Navigator's tools include a sextant, a compass, calipers, a ruler, parchment, ink, and a quill.
Not a what's her name. Well, guess what, Xanathar? It's my game. Now, you interrupted my ruling. So, you get to add double proficiency if you use the telescope to make a perception check.
Cool. Is there a separate item for spyglass that I can just drag into my inventory?
If there isn't one, I will make one. Because I am the DM, and I have that power.
But I have made a note here in the interim.
There is a spyglass. Interestingly, wait, let me see. Maybe they've got... objects viewed through the spyglass are magnified. Wow! I'm rethinking
By how
you
much?
having a spyglass.
The cost is incredible.
Is it crazy?
1,000 gold pieces. Holy Moses. Well, okay, I can understand why. Because back in the day, I mean, glass and specialized lenses like that.
He can afford it. What do you mean?
Afford it, but a part of Navigator's tools, which is 25 gold, I definitely wouldn't believe it would be included.
No, then I'd also say it wouldn't be included. But we will say, for all intents and purposes, that there was one on board. I would imagine that the Duke would have provided such a convenient and obvious thing to be
I'm
used.
pretty sure Sigmund's navigator would have probably had one because he was a pirate and they would have been going after things that were only they needed to see their prey. So they might have had one and left it on board as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, it's just easier. Yeah, it is in your inventory now, Alan.
I see, thank you. We're not doing the proficiency thing, or are we?
Well, you're just keeping an eye on the
No,
beach.
I mean, did I write next to the item's name times 2 proficiency?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You can do that. All right, guys. So it is now 20 past 8. I'm thinking we must just have a 5-minute comfort break, and then we'll see if Beirut and the rest of the gang managed to get to the beach in safety. Or if it was an elaborate ploy just to make you feel safe and comfortable.
Well, Pharaoh would have backtracked his exact steps getting back to everyone. By the way. So.
Yeah. All right, folks. Everybody listening in on the stream, we will be back in about 5 minutes or so. Just a comfort break. We will see you in a bit. And welcome back, everybody. So, when we left off, Xerxes was fetching the ship, and Beirut was walking back up the dunes towards the rest of the party. Beirut, you wanted to do something.
Yeah, while I'm walking back up, I'm going to turn into What's his name? Osmodius?
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias. I'm going to turn back into Ozymandias while I walk back up.
Alright.
And my cloak will have the symbol of Procan on again.
Very good.
Very confusing message to some people.
Very. Incredibly. As you start getting closer to the rest of the group, Odium is sort of cowering behind Cyan and Carcarius at the sight of you. They've been watching your figure. They saw... it's a clear, sunny day. They could see the figures. But he's still cautious and wary of why the hell you are back up here. Why is he alive?
Don't worry, it's not him.
Witchcraft. What?
Which? And
I take it you had no issue getting to the beach?
No issues getting to the beach. Xerxes has gone to get the ship a bit closer. There's a bloodbath down there, but no bodies, just body parts and blood. So I suggest we go down nice and evenly. I would suggest maybe we stick fairly close to each other. I don't know what the protection radius of this thing is, if it actually even is one. But let's head back down. I'll turn around so that my cloak can be displayed, and I'm going to say, Procan will protect us. So.
Wait, have you morphed or changed again?
When I turn around, I'll change back into. I'll go back into Beirut.
I become a scarf again.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about that.
You start making your way down back to the beach with your whole party in tow. And you can see that the two Marines that are with you are like casting glances to the left and right. They're not sure what's going on. For some, they've watched you traverse the space without any skeletons jumping out to grab you. But they keeping those swords out, and they are breathing heavily. You can see the sweat, the sheen of nervousness on their skin. But they take up a position to the left and right of the group, but still trying to keep as close to you as possible. You being Beirut. Time passes, minutes go by, but nothing jumps out at you. You make it down to the beach, and the rest of you can see this bloody scene. A couple of hacked off hands and legs lying here and there. Blood sprayed on the sands. And your rowing boat still lying there on the beach.
That's all that matters.
Is our Marines, are they all human?
The ones that you brought with you to the beach and left here, they were all human. But there are a couple of half-elves, a couple of dwarves, even a halfling or two, just for you, Peter.
Oh, how
on ship.
Sweet. Keep them away from...
Every group needs its scouts.
And they eat twice as much as normal people.
Yeah, we'll keep them away from the kitchen. That's why we have babies.
That is the glory of the hin.
So is any weapons lying on the floor?
You can see there are a couple of swords. They appear to be cutlasses. For all intents and purposes, they are scimitars, however, or short swords.
That's our Marines' weapons.
Yes. Well, at least these ones that were disarmed. The two that are with you, you can see what their standard weaponry is. They all seem to be wearing like some pretty sturdy studded leather, if I'm not mistaken. I'll tell you now exactly. Come on now.
Okay, while we're standing in the scene, I want to change my cloak's emblem to that of Glacier.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Rainbow Man.
They are carrying short swords and light crossbows, and studded leather armor.
I'm just gonna tell the two
They
guys.
ruined the Technic Deity dream code.
I'm just gonna tell the guys that's the two Marines that's with us to just pick up the weapons they can find before we go.
Don't stray too far.
Says the scarf.
They start collecting the ones that are really close by.
Yes.
But those ones that are maybe 15, 20 feet away, they refuse to go near.
It's fine.
Oh my word! I'll walk with you guys. Come.
You can give it to me and I'll just be a scarf with
Right.
weapons.
So
Scarf.
you collect 3 short swords and 4 light crossbows. Are there such things in the party inventory?
That's
there
for
are.
the new crew members.
No, let's recruit them ourselves because these ones were bit.
All right.
They were special.
They were touched at the head.
It doesn't take too long for the ship to pull in along the southern edge of those shoals, and I assume with the help of the Marines, you are setting out back towards the ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, is the rowboat still there?
Yeah, the rowboat is still there. It's riding a little bit lower in the water now because you do have a couple of. Actually, no, it wouldn't be because you came here with the 6 Marines and there's only 2 Marines left. No, yeah, it's not riding low in the water. It's riding even a little bit higher in the water because it's a bit lighter. Other than the added treasure that you have. What
I'm
did you
not
say?
gonna.
I want to go up to the guard captain. I want to ask him what the penalty is for dereliction of duty.
Oh.
When you get back to the ship, you want to talk to Sergeant Ives.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys row back to the ship. You are helped aboard by the sailors and the remaining Marines. You still see they still have everything that has like a ranged weapon pointed towards the beach. But Captain Ives Sergeant Ives replies to your query by saying, "So the penalty for dereliction of duty is death."
Executed by who?
Normally the commanding officer.
Which would be you.
Correct.
Can you delegate that to someone
No.
under your command?
Under my command, yes, possibly.
And
But as this is a
about-
small unit, there is nobody else under my command, other than these Marines. There are no junior officers on this ship.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you ask, sir?
Well, if they're going to die, I would suggest that Xerxes does it.
My apologies, sir. Who is going to die?
Well, these two for dereliction of duty.
Good sir, I'm a bit confounded. This is not the tale. I'm not sure. I thought that one of the others, who is clearly already dead, caused the ruckus.
Yeah, but they left their post. They were supposed to stay on the beach.
So nobody expects them to stay in their post if it means that they will die. For no good reason. Certainly not fighting a horde of undead monstrosities. I think you would be more reasonable about that particular aspect, sir.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't their fault that this guy decided to run out.
Where the culprits have already been dealt their punishment.
Just the same.
Okay. Cool. Then I will retreat to my kitchen.
I'm already there.
And I'll pour a glass of the good stuff.
Yes, as I promised.
Just sort of eyeing you while you're pouring it.
Yeah, and I'll turn to Versus and I'll say I tried. And I'll
No. I'm also I'm standing right next to Siren.
He's like holding his glass out. It's like, please, sir. Please, sir.
You see Bayleaf takes up a position sort of like leaning against the door frame leading into the galley.
I'll pour one for Xerxes and I'll pour a glass for Bayleaf as well. And I'll tell him to make himself comfortable. Get a chair or something, for crying out loud. He doesn't have to stand.
Alright, he does so. But just keep in mind, the galley on the ship is not particularly big, so 4 people in here is already overcrowded.
No, Bayleaf's going to be outside. Yeah,
Okay.
the entrance of the galley.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to down this and say, I need to go have a nap. It's evening now, right? So I can go and have.
By this point, it's late afternoon, so not quite ready for a nap yet. But there is one more point of order. Captain Ives approaches whoever is left on deck. I assume it's going to be Cyan, Carolus, and Carcarius. You see, he starts issuing some basic orders about, repositioning the men, still to keep an eye on the beach. But he approaches you 3 and he says, "Sirs, I take it that you were, other than this last mishap, generally successful in our mission for the Duke."
Relatively so. Remind me again what our exact mission was. I can't find it now.
Go for it.
I do have it somewhere. I just can't find it.
Major Ursa. They saw smoke. There was pirates, sand dunes. No idea.
Yeah, we were just investigating what happened to this, weren't we?
Okay, as a bit of a refresher, your mission here was twofold. The first part was, yes, investigate the Isle and find out what happened exactly. There were pirates that were engaged by one of the Duke's ships. The ship was sunk. But when the Duke's men, including Major Ursa, tried to get onto the beach, they did not find the safe path. And they were swarmed by these undead skeletons and things beneath the sands, and eventually retreated back to the ship where Major Ursa was one of the couple of survivors, and he was very badly injured at that. And from there they returned to give their report to the authorities in Seaton, which made the Duke aware of it, and he decided to press his new privateers, namely you, the crew of the Wave Piercer, into service, and to go and investigate, why are there undead creatures here? What happened to the Abbey? Because he has plans to use the Isle.
Yeah, we don't know why.
The why was also was one reason, but the other thing was he wanted the island more or less scouted out. And the dangers identified, because he wants to turn it into an outpost of sorts. He's either considering some sort of fort or lighthouse, or perhaps a combination of those things.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying this out loud to the captain yet, but just as a thought, at least Beirut has the amulet that if he's willing to give it up, because I know he has his own mentalities and those things, we can give that to the Duke for safe passage on the Isle for whatever he wants to do, at least.
Or we can make it our own private island.
Yeah, we can just tell him
that
the island is protected by the skeletons. The only way is to destroy all the skeletons if you want to make the island totally safe.
Yeah. And then until he does that, we have free range of the island.
Exactly.
That is certainly something, and this is now Sergeant Ives saying this, that is certainly something that you can petition the Duke for, considering your key role in this endeavor. I am fairly certain it would fall on friendly ears, sirs. The Duke is a fair man. I have been in his employ for many years now. He rewards those who serve him loyally.
I don't know if we really want an island that may get attacked by pirates and such.
Well, if we can find out how to control the undead, then we should be fine.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Sergeant Ives says if this island can be tamed and set to the Duke's purpose, he is aware that the island is of somewhat strategic concern for the Duke, as it is one of the main and easiest passages from the west towards Seaton, and the Duke is increasingly wary of pirate activities, and there are reports out of the west, sir, that attempts have been made to assassinate key figures in Westkeep. This has led to some concern amongst the King's Court and therefore the Duke's Court as to the safety of the southern coastline of Kierland. So having some sort of watchtower or outpost here to provide provisions to ships or just to keep a general eye on the approach to Seaton would be invaluable. It would be an important position.
We have at least some info from this island. And for what we know, it has been cleared of most dangers.
He says,
so manageable.
And so, who is that strange little man standing behind you? Is he one of the clerics from the island?
Wait, he's little?
As he eyes Odium out.
He's just a survivor from the pirate attack.
May I suggest that you take him with you to see the Duke, sirs? A witness to whatever might have happened on that island would be much appreciated. They have ways of interrogating witnesses that are most illuminating.
I'm not looking back, but I'm just imagining the fear swathing over Odium's face.
Oh yeah. Odium is like trying to break like the line of sight between himself and Sergeant Ives.
I'm pretty sure Odium is thinking back that dagger should have actually just slit.
No!
Well, I think our friend won't need interrogation to give us information. Isn't that right, Odium?
Why interrogate and not?
Why interrogate? Wait,
not
you're
there.
downstairs. You're not there.
I'm saying Odium would freely give information that's necessary.
But it's not.
Sure, the interrogation won't be needed. Or the Duke's interrogation tactics won't be needed, at least.
See something.
Well, if he's willing to offer the information freely, that is excellent news. But sir, on to more urgent matters. If our business here is concluded, where are we heading to next?
That is a good question.
Back to where we came from.
Would you like to confer with the rest
I'm
of
going
the
to my duties
captains?
as the medic. Bye.
We're going home.
I'll leave it up to you to decide. And I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna do is just go to bow of the ship and sort of go into do some prayers over the next hour or so, just for the.
Sorry, what was that, Neville?
Yeah, but I'm just at the front of the ship. But I'm just gonna pray for the Marines that were killed.
Is it called the helm?
Okay.
I was just saying, if I remember correctly, isn't Procan symbol on the port side and Osprey on the starboard, I think?
Yeah, but that's why I just went to the bow, or into the front of it. Channel both deities to protect the dead.
And we're heading to sea.
Well, we need to decide where we want to go. I say we go for the fireball in the sky that came
But
down.
we need to report back to the Duke.
Yeah, well, he can wait.
But
is the Duke on the way back? I mean, is the fireball on the way back?
No, fireball somewhere here, isn't it?
But land that doesn't want to kill us.
Yes, the fireball is somewhere around there. It's actually not too far away from you, as far as you know.
I think
And, okay, it's not a fireball. It was something glowing that fell out of the sky. It's Neville's terminology. I'm not using it.
that's a fireball.
It's
Like, that is the most base description of a fireball. A glowing thing falling from the sky.
Okay, can the navigator tell us how far we are away from where the fireball-y thing was? that fell from the
Absolutely.
sky?
I'll
Only
look
two
on my
people.
spyglass, go to the crow's nest and tell you. So it's right there, dude.
You will
Where?
recall that you marked
Over
the
there.
approximate location on
There.
your maps.
Did I?
Alan did, because he is the navigator.
That's a good guess. It's somewhere there.
I'm trying to see.
Guesstimation.
No, man. It's right.
Nice one.
Nope,
Oh,
that is
my
not.
God.
It's moving with the currents.
If I can remember correctly, I think I saw it first. Wow, I was the only one who was able
No,
to see
I
it.
saw it as well.
It
Yeah,
was
two of
only
you.
Siren and myself that
Yeah.
saw it.
And with your assistance,
I showed everyone where it went.
there was something. It was quite some time ago. I'm trying to find my notes on it.
It's been a
over
while.
6 months.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
It
Let me
has
see if
been
I
a
can find it as
long
well.
ass while.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's that dot over there
Okay.
on the way back.
If you
No.
can remember correctly, it was 2 dragons fighting, and then
Was it too? No. there
it was
wasn't.
in a
What?
storm. Can't remember.
Where did you see 2 dragons fighting?
There was one dragon that came
There
overhead.
was a dragon that flew the other way.
Yeah.
And then there
It
was
a terrible storm and then lightning everywhere, but it was unnatural if I can remember correctly.
Yes. It
And
was
then
it was a
stuff
major
falling out.
storm. It was something that comes along maybe once in 100 years.
It was Superman's spaceship.
You don't know what it is. That's the whole point. So, where are we headed, folks?
Well, where
To
is
the
the
orb.
freaking
Yes,
orby thing that came from the sky?
that you know the general region is there where whoever's pointer that is. It looks like Xerxes' pointer. It is somewhere in that hex. So it's
Okay,
not
so it's
too
like
far
a
away
day
from
away.
you. No, it's not even. That's like 4 miles away.
How big is that hex?
4 miles.
4 miles
Alright.
squared.
Yes.
So what do you think?
Well, it's not really squared. If it's a hex.
Hexagon.
Can how many agree that we go have a look over there? Because it's not that far out of our way.
I
Mm,
so do.
I'd say I've been interested with that thing for a long time, so we can go there.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we need to go to the Duke.
Okay, when the ship gets close, I'm going to be looking overboard, looking for something glowy in the water.
All right.
Depends on how deep the water is.
So it's going to be, by the time the ship gets underway and everything is settled, you've found quarters for Odium and Bayleaf, this discussion of the route and where you're taking and so on and so forth. It's going to be close to sunset. So I will say that with the traveling, it's going to be nighttime, but by the time you arrive at that general location.
Perfect.
But because it is nighttime, it is going to be difficult to see anything, even something glowing under the water. But you're also very tired. So what I would like to suggest is that you guys get your long rest. And in the morning, the search begins.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Alrighty. Let me do the long rest.
When I wake up from a long rest, I'm not going to be wearing my normal clothes anymore. I'm going to be wearing mariner's armor.
Mariner's armor. Cool. Your life jacket.
Command those fish to look for that orb.
Does that thing require attunement?
What?
The Mariner's
Mariner.
armor.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay. Clerics, you may change your spells if you want.
Doing that now, and then also, well, I'm gonna test out my trident in the morning. Are there any dolphins nearby, or any sort of sea creature near the boat?
Make me.
Does not require attunement.
Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you now what to roll. Hang on. I have a table for this. I have a table for this somewhere. I will find it. And then I shall tell you.
If you do find them, I'm going to be
And
interested.
I'll even do water walk as a ritual, just so I can walk out and find something.
I'm amazed. Siren is so amazed if that happens.
I can do none of those things.
I was thinking we could always go to the lizard people and ask them for help if we really needed some underwater swimmers.
Don't we have Oceanus around?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's the one.
I need to modify my armor class here because it is seriously wrong.
Okay. I need you to roll 2 things for me. Oh, that was a... Hey, Shrimper2. Thank you for following us. Hey, say hello and thank you to Shrimper, everybody.
Sure. Welcome.
Hello and thank you, Shrimper.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So, Richard, roll me a d4 first of all. Then roll me a d100.
Yeah.
53.
That sounds familiar. Roll something and then roll a D100.
Hey, look, a dragon turtle.
Where?
As long as it's olive, it's fine.
Ooh, wasn't there one on the way here? What was
Yeah.
it?
It was a red one.
There
Red
was.
dragon.
What? No, it was not.
You could not see its color. It was too far away.
It had a
Scorched
tree.
command creature.
You walk out on the water after casting your ritual. You are gripping the trident in your hands, I take it?
Yeah.
In the waters below you, you start to see shifting shapes in the early morning light. And you find below your feet 2. No, there's more. There's 6 of them. You see these sharks twirling beneath you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
God damn it.
As one of them leaps out of the water and attempts to bite you.
Can I cast Command Beast or Dominate Beast on the one that's trying to bite me?
Depends on your dexterity saving throw. The answer is yes.
Phew. It's only lasts for a minute.
Does it need to make some sort of roll?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the things now. Where is this? It needs to do a Wisdom DC 16 save.
Wisdom DC 16.
Should I just drag the save into the chat?
Nah, it's alright. I'll do this. Oh shit. It
God damn it.
succeeds.
I run back to the ship.
Not before it bites you.
Bad choice, bad choice.
What about the dolphins?
God, and it hits you too.
Oh god.
This is funny. But you start booking it after this thing rips out a meaty chunk from where? I don't know. It's
I get my.
your shoulder.
I activate my Radiant Soul and fly back to the ship.
Awesome. So you get back on board, and you just see there's now blood in the water, and these sharks start going into a frenzy. They are just whipping up a froth of water on that side of the ship.
And go, sharks are assholes. And then because I mean, fuck it, why not? While I'm on the ship, I'll try another command or dominate beast, because it's got 3 charges and it's a 60-foot radius.
Correct. So
I'll try one of the other sharks. Or any of the sharks. Just like I'll pick one and go point at a random one with the trident. Go, you obey me.
This time it succeeds. And you see the shark stop its frenzy and turn towards the ship and glide up to it. And it's just doing lazy little circles from underneath the ship back out again. Underneath the ship back out again.
Telepathic link with it. Does that mean like I can get images or a sense of what it sees if I'm linked to it?
Let me call that up and make sure for you, because I have no idea. It just says telepathic link.
Yeah, as the two of you are the same plane of existence, you can use it to issue commands to the creature, which it says best to obey. Or you can use your action to take total and precise control. Do anything that you're not allowed to do. During this time, you can also cause the creature to reaction. I don't think I can actually communicate with it.
So for some other reason, it's not actually opening the spell for me from there. Oh no, there we go. I just clicked in. You attempt to bar, blah 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 blah. If you, it was technically in combat, so it should have had advantage on that. Let's just roll for the shits and giggles.
God damn it.
It resists you. Would you like to try once more? You have one more charge.
Nah, I'm over it. My shoulder's like bleeding badly. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Just go bandage myself up.
But yeah, it is basically, I would say that as long as you two... Yeah, a telepathic link is a telepathic link. You can issue commands to the creature while you're conscious, but it does its best to obey you. You can specify a simple and general course of action, like attack or fetch or run over. Run over there. I was like, run over? Whatever. If the creature completes the order and doesn't receive further directions, it defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. So yeah, you can use your action to take total and precise control. So yeah, it basically works very much like taking possession of your familiar.
Okay. Well, good to know for future. And how the fuck do sharks have such high wisdom?
Wise animals, like owls.
They are wise, but they are not very smart. I will leave it at that. Alright guys, I see it as 9:05. I think this would be a good place to stop for the evening, as in the morning you are tending your wounds, Carcarius. After attempting your dominance over sharks and your failure.
Still getting the hang of this trident.
Would somebody like to roll a d4 for me, please? Anybody? Come on now. Okay, I'll take the first one. So for the next 2 hours, those sharks are prowling around the ship until they get bored and decide they are hungry enough that they need to hunt something else.
Hold on a second. Are they in sight of the ballista? Someone got a rope.
What do you think in sharks do?
Yep.
They were quite close to the ship. I do not know what the minimum range is of that ballista. Let's just check quickly. This is a weird thing, but sure. Why not?
What? Harpoon?
No. They are too close to the ship.
I'll gladly support Beirut in this endeavor.
They are too close to the ship.
Shark bait. Boo-ha-ha.
The ballista can only fire on things 120 feet out.
Is there a
Okay,
harpoon
and
on the ship?
the other thing behind us? The other thing we have on the ship? What's the other thing we have?
Mangonel. And that needs at least 200. Remember, these are siege weapons. They're not like for up close and personal weapons. Is there a harpoon on the ship? I don't think so. Because this is not like a fishing vessel.
Tied with a rope.
Cyan, don't you have some javelins in your kit?
You literally have a trident.
Yeah, I don't want to potentially lose my trident while trying to stab a shark.
And I don't want to lose my javelins?
We're gonna tie a rope to it, but...
So tie a rope to your javelin, to your big fork.
Yeah, we'll tie to the javelin.
Your javelin isn't magical, this is.
It's magical to me. Tell you what, I've got a giant dart. You can use that.
You know that we have a normal trident in the party sheet, eh?
I'll put it there. I'll take my old trident, tie a rope to it, and try and stab a shark.
There's also like 5 spears. So. Okay, so you're gonna try and hit this shark.
Yeah.
Okay, the chef wants to put through a request for a new upgrade to the ship. Harpoons on either side. Next time we get into port.
Alright, well, keep in mind, the harpoons will be manual harpoons, eh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so they're within range. Because they are close to the ship, so you want to throw it.
Yeah.
Make an attack for me, please, Richard.
And I'll hold on to the rope.
God damn it.
Whoosh!
I'm just using this trident because it's actually...
Plonk! Into the water. Nothing.
Reel back.
So it's just gonna keep throwing till we hit.
I tell you what. Roll a percentile die. If you get under 50, you will catch a shark.
Cool. That's just D100, eh?
Yes, just a D100. You catch a shark and drag its corpse on board.
Enjoy cooking.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Is it the one that bit me?
If I roll a 6 on this D6, yes.
it's 6.
It's a 3. No, it's one of the others.
Damn it.
And on that note, you are eating shark for dinner. I don't know if you've ever eaten shark. It is not something that I
It's
enjoy.
very...
We're having shark steaks.
Alright, for any kids listening to the show, which you really shouldn't be doing because this is for mature audiences, sharks have no way of peeing. Isn't that right, Richard? So they basically, their flesh is just saturated in nitrates.
Oh my god.
They taste like pee.
So not like birds where they just do it out the same hole.
No.
What's that?
If this is incorrect information, please do join us on our stream next week and you can correct me then. Until then, however, listen to our podcast. Of course, our stream will be recorded, or is being recorded, and will be up on YouTube as well. And as normal, catch us every night. Well, not every night. Oh, God, no, I don't have the energy for that. Every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. South African Standard Time. Thank you very much to our new followers. It was a good thing. I hope you like the new layout. We will try and get some more human faces on here as well. We're just having some technical issues, but we will get there. We will get there. Good night, everybody. Take care.